This is Sham Ku, reviewer, critic, and a passionate explorer of the television world. Every so often, a series comes along that doesn't just tell a story. It grabs you, drags you into its world, and leaves you breathless. American Primeval Season 1 is that kind of show. Streaming exclusively on Netflix, this 2024 release is a bold, gritty, and emotionally intense limited series from the United States. With an IMDb rating of 7.8 and one tightly packed season, it delivers a raw and powerful experience that drama, thriller, and historical fiction lovers won't easily forget. Now let's be clear, American Primeval is not your typical period drama. It's not polished, romanticized, or safe. Instead, it's wild, violent, real. It dives deep into the harsh early days of America, where survival came at a price, and freedom was more an illusion than a reality. The story is set during a time when the American frontier was still a dangerous place, filled with unknown threats, unspoken alliances, and endless conflict. But this is not a story of cowboys and heroes. It's a story of struggle, of people caught in a world without rules, where instinct, courage, and pain shape your destiny. And it's not just me saying this. The show has already caught the attention of some of the most respected voices in the industry. As Variety puts it, American Primeval is a brutally poetic vision of early America, a rare series that captures both the savagery and soul of a nation being born. And I couldn't agree more. That duality, the violence and the vulnerability, is what makes the series so unforgettable. Betty Gilpin in particular has been singled out for praise, with Variety calling her performance one of her most powerful to date. The Hollywood Reporter also weighed in, describing the series as unflinching storytelling and a haunting atmosphere. They said, American Primeval doesn't just revisit the past, it drags you into it, calling it frontier television at its most gripping and thought-provoking. These are not light words. When major media outlets use language like that, it's a sign that we're dealing with something bold, something different, something that doesn't just entertain, but resonates. And leading this powerful story is none other than Betty Gilpin, a force of nature in every scene she's in. Gilpin plays a character that is far more than what she first appears to be, a woman haunted by her past, hardened by her losses, and driven by a purpose that slowly unfolds as the episodes progress. She's not just surviving, she's pushing through, determined to build something better in a world that seems determined to break her. What makes Gilpin's character so compelling is that she isn't portrayed as a symbol of perfection or strength. She's layered, she's complex, she has fears, regrets, secrets, yet within that pain is an unbreakable spirit. The kind of quiet strength that doesn't ask for attention, but demands your respect. Through her eyes, we witness not only the brutality of the land, but also the emotional cost of living in such times. She is a mother, a fighter, a visionary, and in a land ruled by violence and greed, she becomes a rare voice of reason, someone who sees beyond the chaos, even if she's forced to survive within it. Betty Gilpin's performance is masterful. She brings a mix of grace and grit to the role. You can feel the weight of her past in every word, every glance. She doesn't just act, she bleeds emotion on screen. And it's through her journey that we, as viewers, begin to understand the real heart of the series. Taylor Kitsch delivers a haunting and unforgettable performance as Isaac, a man forged in pain, shaped by violence, and driven by something deeper, a quiet spiritual restlessness that never lets him find peace. Isaac is not your typical hero. He's a drifter, a survivor, a man haunted by memories that refuse to fade. Scarred both inside and out, he walks the line between redemption and ruin with every step. Kitsch brings a raw, emotional gravity to the role. His silence carries weight. His eyes speak volumes. There's always a storm brewing beneath his calm surface, as if he's fighting an invisible war within himself, torn between who he was and who he's trying to become. The result is a performance that feels as real as it is unsettling. Isaac isn't a conqueror of this brutal world. He moves through it like a man who has already been conquered by it, wounded by life, but not yet broken. His journey is slow, painful, and deeply personal. He doesn't seek glory, he seeks something harder to find: peace, meaning, and perhaps a piece of his lost humanity. It's a role that stays with you long after the screen fades to black. But American Primeval isn't just about individual characters. It's also about a forgotten chapter in history, the untold, raw, and often overlooked stories of Native Americans. And this is where the show truly separates itself from others. It doesn't treat the Native presence as background noise or side characters. Instead, it gives them weight, voice, and depth. The Native tribes are central to the world of American Primeval, not just as warriors or enemies, but as people, as communities, as protectors of a land that was being stolen, reshaped, and claimed by outsiders. We see their customs, their language, their pain, but also their strength, their wisdom, and their resistance. They're not just part of the setting, they are the setting. And the show does a brilliant job of portraying them with dignity and truth. Conflicts between settlers and native tribes are not just physical battles, they are battles of identity, of belief, of survival. And as the series unfolds, we begin to realize that this isn't a one-sided story. Every character, every tribe, every settler has something to lose, and nobody walks away unchanged. The show's tone is intense, dark, and atmospheric. The cinematography captures the beauty and brutality of nature in equal measure. From silent forests to icy rivers, from muddy camps to smoke-filled skies, the visuals are raw and immersive. You don't just watch this show, you feel it. You hear the crackling fires. You sense the silence before something terrible happens. And when it does, it hits hard. There's no clean morality here, no clear heroes, just people, lost, driven, terrified, determined, trying to survive in a world that offers no guarantees. And that's where American Primeval truly shines. It asks difficult questions without easy answers. It challenges our understanding of civilization, of faith, of justice, and of humanity. There are moments of violence, yes, but more importantly, there are moments of silence, of deep reflection, the kind that forces you to think about who you are and what you would do in such a world. It's not always comfortable, but it's always powerful. What makes this show binge-worthy isn't just its action or plot twists, it's the emotional pull. The way each episode leaves you wanting more, not because of what happens, but because of why it happens. The stakes are real, the pain is real, and you find yourself deeply connected to these characters, even when they make terrible choices. The writing is sharp and meaningful. There are no wasted lines, no filler. Every word, every scene carries weight. And the creators deserve credit for building a world so intense, yet so grounded in emotional truth. If you're a fan of thrillers with heart, of dramas that dig beneath the surface, of stories that feel lived in rather than written, American Primeval is for you. But be warned, this show will challenge you. It will stir emotions you didn't expect. It will stay with you. And when it ends, you'll be thinking about it for days. To those who love mystery, mature themes, historical fiction, and intense character-driven stories, this is a journey you'll want to take. And as you watch, ask yourself, what is civilization really built upon? Is it law, faith, violence, or something far more fragile? The answers aren't handed to you. You have to find them, just like the characters do. So dear viewer, as you dive into American Primeval and walk through its wild lands, feel its silence, hear its cries, remember this: the most dangerous wilderness may not be the one out there. It might be the one inside us. Tell me in the comments, what did you feel when you watched it? What stayed with you after the final scene? I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. This is Sham Kui, signing off, until our next unforgettable journey into the world of storytelling. If you're a fan of thrillers with heart, of dramas that dig beneath the surface, of stories that feel lived in rather than written, American Primeval is for you. But be warned, this show will challenge you. It will stir emotions you didn't expect. It will stay with you. And when it ends, you'll be thinking about it for days. To those who love mystery, mature themes, historical fiction, and intense character-driven stories, this is a journey you'll want to take. And as you watch, ask yourself, what is civilization really built upon? Is it law, faith, violence, or something far more fragile? The answers aren't handed to you. You have to find them, just like the characters do. So dear viewer, as you dive into American Primeval and walk through its wild lands, feel its silence, hear its cries, remember this: the most dangerous wilderness may not be the one out there. It might be the one inside us. Tell me in the comments, what did you feel when you watched it? What stayed with you after the final scene? I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. This is Sham Kui, signing off, until our next unforgettable journey into the world of storytelling.